to the Gacha Cast. This one's going to be very, very, very quick, hopefully. We got 5 of my favorite creators in the space here, all for one call. We're just going to answer 2 questions, and we're just going to see a general vibe check of the community. And yeah, introduction's going to be quick. We have Box 2 in the top left, a really good short guy. He kind of replaced Mr. Pokey, kind of just encroaching on all the content he makes, and he's really just going for that predatory style of killing somebody else's channel to make their own. Very good, very inspiring. That's what I do when I start up into space. Next we have Doro44, very good, very happy guy, very kind, very handsome. Heard he recently got back from a wonderful trip in Japan, was very cute to watch that shit on Twitter. Then we have Gacha Smack, a guy who beat the shit out of me on stream the other day. It was great. Daddied up on me, made me his little bitch. It was good. And then next, we got Shinya, 300-pound man using a VTuber model so that way he can fail the female demographic to actually watching his streams. Really good fucking dude. And then lastly, we have the self-proclaimed free-to-play god, MTash, one of the greatest, most prominent figures in the gacha space and has been that way for 3 years. And I am wondering if his viewpoints have changed everything on WuWa and Zenless Zone Zero. That will be today's subject matter. Wuthering Waves 1.1 and Zenless Zone Zero. Box, I heard you don't give a fuck about Wuthering Waves.
I'm starting to like it again, but I was kind of like a hater at first, but I'm slowly changing my mind on it.
Okay, so that's what I want to get into. I'm going to ask y'all one by one. We're going to start with Wuthering Waves, and then we're going to go into Zenless Zone Zero. And don't feel any need to rush. I just want to get through intros real quick. Did it about a minute and a half, very good. But Box, I am curious about your thoughts on Wuthering Waves from this launch, as well as how that evolved with 1.1, or perhaps did that devolve in 1.1? How are you feeling now about Wuthering Waves? How did you feel about Wuthering Waves?
I always thought it was fun, but I just didn't really like the daily routine. Like I still think that the daily commissions take way too long to do, and you know, it's for me. I know it doesn't take that long actually. Like you log in and do it for 5 minutes, but yeah, it's just it gives me trouble like logging onto the game and actually like booting it up and doing it. Same thing with resin farming. I feel like it just takes too much time for my taste, yeah.
I might be able to help you because I get all my resin dumped and all my dailies done in 8 minutes. So I might be able to help you.
Oh, 8 minutes? That's a long ass time, dude.
What the fuck?
Bro, all right. Yeah, no, this
cooked. He's cooked.
Oh, okay, all right.
Fuck.
Okay, sure. If 8 minutes is too long.
Hopefully that's not what he said to his girl, bro.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So you play Genshin and Honkai Star Rail, right?
Genshin? Nah, fuck Genshin.
You play Honkai.
I play Honkai. Yeah,
okay, and then how long do the dailies take in that game?
Like literally 30 seconds. You literally just use your resin on auto battle, and then you're done with everything.
Yeah, but doesn't it take a little bit to auto?
No. The fuck? You click one button, you tab out.
Well, yeah, but isn't that still taking like that amount of time? Or you just?
I mean, I guess, but you could do something else on the side. Like you're
AFK.
I watch.
So what the fuck do you do where you don't have 8 minutes of day? Like what are you doing? Like what? Like I know you don't do anything. Like you sit there.
What the fuck do you mean by
no?
that?
Like how do you not have that time?
Yes, I fucking do.
Okay, tell me how you don't have 8 minutes. Great. Okay. All right. Great. Okay. All right. So you're a hater. You're a Wuthering Waves hater. You don't have 8 minutes a day. Have you tried 1.1 or no?
Oh yes, I have. It's pretty fun. I like it. You see,
okay.
I'm just, yeah, I'm just a hater, bro. I'm spoiled by Honkai Star Rail. I just don't like the dailies, but I do like the game for sure.
Yeah, that's all good, man. I mean, you don't have to do the dailies if you don't want to, but okay, that's fine. All right. So I don't want to press you too much on that. Maybe other people have more complete opinions, but that's still fine, man. You hate Wuthering Waves, it takes too long. All right, Dora, are you playing Wuthering Waves 1.1?
Yeah. I finished the story and everything.
Okay, let's hear your whole thoughts on how the game started and how it is right now.
I was really excited for the game because, as you know, I love Souls games and stuff. So I was like, okay, great, gotcha, harder content. And I really liked it. The story was like really slow in the start, but it picked up, and I really liked the world. Love the combat. The characters are sick. Like it does a lot of things that like Genshin does in a sense, but better, which I loved. But then I kind of dropped it, but I was traveling a lot, like for work and stuff, and so I got busy. So then I was like still doing my Genshin dailies, and then like I got back into Star Rail, and I started feeling overwhelmed with all of the gacha games. So I like Wuthering Waves kind of like took the back burner. Yep. Then 1.1 comes out, and it changed my mind, dude. Like I even said on Twitter, I think it might win. I think it will win mobile game of the year. Like that 1.1 quest for me personally was like cinema. I thought it was great. I still don't like Abby. I'm gonna say it. I don't like them.
No,
they're less annoying than Paimon. I will say that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. It's just like the mascot thing always is kind of like, okay, there's a mascot.
Yeah.
But besides that, like the new area, I think is sick. Like there were just moments where I'm just gliding and it just looks gorgeous. The story, the lore drops that we were getting, I was like, this is it, dude. Like, and this is only 1.1. And it's, if they can keep this up, which I think they can because they care about the game, it's just going to get better. And I'm super stoked for it. So that 1.1 brought me back. I feel like I was also kind of like getting bored of it because I was kind of coping and playing Calcharo because I wanted Gian, but people told me just play Calcharo.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really vibing with him. Got Jinshi and her weapon, and I fell in love with the game again because I like her playstyle a lot. And like, I reminded me that like you should play characters that like make the game fun for you, and she does. Like, so I'm loving it,
dude. She's actually like low key, like she's pretty complicated, and her E feels like an ultimate, which is the coolest shit ever. Like,
exactly,
it does so much fucking damage. It looks so cool. The playstyle flows so well. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying it. How would you rate your experience of Wuthering Waves 1.1 or 1.0 to 1.1 if you were to give it like a out of 10 rating for 1.0 versus 1.1?
1.0, I'd probably give it like, for me, it was an 8 just because it was like a breath of fresh air, you know, playing Genshin for so long. Like, it was just something different. And I liked it. It was an 8.
Okay.
And the later half of the story like saved it for me. 1.1, I'm gonna give it like a 9.
Okay.
Like, love it.
Fuck yeah. Okay, dope. All right, yo, Smack, how you feel about Wuthering Waves at launch versus Wuthering Waves from 1.1?
I think to sum up the comparison, improved, you know, and improving upon. I think most importantly, they had a lot of bugs that they had to address, and they've been addressing those issues directly, which is very admirable. I think admirable. I think the English VAs were horrible in 1.1, and now they're tolerable in in 1.0, and now they're tolerable in 1.1. Still room for improvement. I still don't like the monotonous delivery. Cheng Li's a prime example. Like, she has a good VA, but she delivers every line with the exact same tone, and that was problematic for me in 1.0.
Yep.
But in terms of the game's combat system, it is, I think, second to none. I think it's absolutely delivered the most dopamine for my personal taste. And I agree with Doro. I think it does what Genshin does, but better. It just one-upped it in terms of quality, in terms of SFX, intricacies, and that is something that definitely keeps me interested in the game. The ecosystem is something that was very enjoyable, and I think it's going to probably have a bit of a consistent dynamic as the game progresses on. The ecosystem is very enjoyable for you to capture those new echoes, but then once you capture them all, it becomes incredibly mundane and tedious. And that same thing, I'm having that enjoyability when I see the big ass saber-toothed tiger in 1.1. I'm like, oh my god, that looks cool. But then it's eventually going to expire, and I think that's fine. It comes with the territory of a live service game. The dialogue in 1.0 was horrible. The concept was putting me to sleep. The only thing that was interesting was at the beginning, the Sentinels, the concept of the Sentinels. That always sets me up for like anticipation, because I know with one Sentinel means there's going to be several other Sentinels with more badass characters, and like from a weeb stance, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
But 1.1 story, the concept, the ebb and flow of time, it's like a mixture of Dr. Stone meets Loki meets there's one more. Overclocking, the cyberpunk edge runners. I'm like, okay, they took 3 different concepts there and put it into one. That's fucking cool. Yep. I really like that. But and we can get into that too. I put some notes down here because I like the 10-to-1 aging ratio, where if you go up on the mountain, you get 10 years. We'd all die, by the way. Everybody in this call, we'd be sent to the Shadow Realm. But I like that. I also like that the rover might be akin to the Sage of the Six Paths, who controls all of the Sentinels. Jue pretty much said, "You're my master, and I listen to you." That's like, okay, is this girl like a Sage of the Six Paths for the Sentinels? Because that'd be dope. Yeah. But they're improving upon things. I don't want to talk too much. You know me, I can yap for days. Overall, 1.1, I'll give it I think I agree with Doro, a 9 out of 10, and then 1.0 was like a 7 out of 10 due to the bugs.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I totally get that. I'm going to make you go last. M-Tashed, what did you think of Wuthering Waves on launch to Wuthering Waves 1.1?
Oh man, I'm gonna get canceled.
It's okay.
I think it's like fine. I think it's a fine game, and I think it's just like me being jaded about all gacha games and like requiring every single day to log in if you truly want to progress, and how I don't know, like it's definitely a fun game and it's a good game, and I would recommend everyone try it. But it, even though they've got like a different combat system and some different systems that I enjoy. Like I like the rotations of the Forte system and the intro and the outro skills. And in some ways I like it more than Genshin at launch, and in some ways I like the elemental system of Genshin more. The exploration was really good and fast, but it was almost like because it's fast, it ran out quickly. And I feel like these gacha games being live service and like 1.1, 1.2, like they keep updating and progressing. They want your dedication and your attention like an MMO, but you can only play for 8 minutes a day. And I fucking hate it. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it of like, if I take a week off, I'm a week of progression behind, not it's not 8 minutes of a day of progression. It's weeks of progression because you're not using your energy and you're not logging in and doing your dailies, and like I'm just so sick of that feeling.
Yeah.
And so the way I'm playing it is like, once I've beaten it, I've beaten it. I'm done the content that they have available. I'm going to move on. And I'm just not going to play. And I was really satisfied with 1.1, but I already feel like done with it. I did the quest and I fought the boss, like what is it? Crownless?
Yep.
Whatever.
Jue?
I fought the Crownless on the hardest
man.
difficulty I could. I beat it at level like 90, I want to say. And now I'm like, okay, I beat it. I'm done. And I'm not going to find every chest and explore because it's just not engaging. And that's okay. I'm happy with it. But again, it's like launch was like a 7 out of 10 maybe.
Mhm.
And I would say 1.1 is like a 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. If I compare it to other video games, if I compare it to other gacha games, I think it's exceptional. I think it does really well. It's like very, very good. But if I look at it as a video game, I think it's like, I think they're like kind of superficial game or like flat games. Like the story is not, it's good for a gacha game, but it's not God of War. It's not Red Dead Redemption. It's not this thing where I'm like, holy fuck, like what a crazy story. I'm not engaged the way I have been in some animes that I've watched. Like, here's what I said the other day is like, when I watched Attack on Titan, and I know maybe I'm a normie or whatever that has only watched like some of these meta ones, but when I was jumping into the world of Attack on Titan, I was almost instantly going, what the fuck? Like they're in these walls, there's these crazy titans. I was so engaged in this world. I've never felt that in Genshin. I've never felt that in Wuthering Waves. I've never been like, I want to learn more about the story now. I need to binge this story. I've never felt that at all. And so, you know, when I look at that, it's like, it's hard to take the story and be like, oh, it's a 10 out of 10. It's not. It's like a 5 out of 10. It's like a 6 out of 10 at best. And then the exploration is like good, but it's, I don't know. I'm
When
not
my
like
chat-
mind blown.
Hey, have you
When
played
my
it?
chat asked me about the story, I told them two different answers. I said for a gacha game, this is like a 9 out of 10. I said, but for if we're putting all games into perspective, it's like a 6 out of 10.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Have you played Shadow of the Erd Tree yet, Mtash?
Yep. Yeah.
I bet you loving that.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yes, sir.
So-
It's good as fuck.
What's your build?
Yeah. Yes. I've got a greatsword build with I've got that Malakath's blade or whatever it's called,
Malakath,
Okay.
yeah.
and it just does this massive AOE and it sucks their HP. It's great.
Are you using any summons or magic?
Yeah, sometimes I do summons just because just like my mimic tier.
Oh, yeah, so we're cheating. Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
Miyazaki
that's right.
does it himself. Okay.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
built
Yeah.
into the
Oh,
game.
yeah, so we're cheating the game. Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah. I'm cheating myself. I don't know, like,
Of course.
I think it's like a good game. I would recommend people play it and stuff, but it's not keeping me engaged and like wanting to log in long term, and that's fine. Like, play my game. I play my game. I enjoyed it. It's good, but I'm not gonna log in every single day and just waste time essentially on it if I don't feel like I'm achieving anything or growing, and if that's how much content you have in the game, then that's the input I'm going to put in.
Yeah.
If there's only 5 minutes of content, that's what you're going to get. But even now, I haven't done my dailies. I'm only level 45. I mean, I think I'm pretty much done with all of them. Like HSR, Genshin, this game, I have not logged in. I don't plan on logging in, other than like the big patch to maybe play it. But we'll see if Zenless Zone Zero is different.
Hey, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! It won't be. It will not be.
They've come right out and said that they want to encourage players to play other games during the downtime. So
Yeah,
it definitely won't be.
So this
Which is fine. Like it's like if that's how it's gonna be, then I'll play it while it's hot. Try to make some early guides, and then I need to figure out what I'm gonna do in my life because I think everyone knows I've been imploding for 4 years straight, and I need to figure out some way to make myself happy because these games ain't doing it.
It makes me so happy because everything you just said is exactly how I felt for over 3 years, and it feels really nice somebody else saying it. And it just makes me so happy. I love when MTash fucking hates these games, man. It's awesome. Like I'm sorry, I'm a huge fanboy when MTash is pissed off. I love it so much.
I mean,
yeah.
I feel like everything he said you cannot refute.
You can if you're stupid.
Yeah, and I feel like that's as a content creator, you know, I don't fall in love with these gacha games. For me, I've shifted it because I understand what MTash is saying. I've shifted it into a different perspective of I'm just gonna fucking garner an ecosystem of gacha games, and when them updates pop off, I'm gonna pop off, and then I'm gonna always have that next gacha game to play and enjoy because their culmination period is very nice, and then it's just like next one.
It's like a roguelike. It's like a roguelike. You
Yeah.
jump in, you don't know what you're gonna get, and that like the first month or two, it is 10 out of 10 for me. It's just like the long term. I just know like it implodes, and it's a live service game, so like you have to take the first month, but you also have to take the next year into account. And for me, it's like 10 out of 10 month 1, 2 out of 10. They're next 11 months. Like,
Was it a 10 out of 10 first month because of the content doing well, and then like it kind of drops off, so you're like, all right, I hate it now.
I think
honestly.
that plays a factor in it. I think it'd be fair
Mm-hmm.
for MTash to say that plays a factor in it as well.
There has to be some sort of like dopamine rush and addiction that plays into that, but also like you've got 50 quests, an entire world, all the characters, all the weapons to find. Like it truly is like you're overwhelmed with shit to do, and like that's the thing. And the thing is, it's like if people keep saying you're just burnt out, I'm not burnt out. I've run out of content. That's not the same thing. If there was still 50 more quests to do, I'd be doing them. If there was another region to explore, I'd be exploring it. But I've already done it, and there's nothing else to do.
So, have any of you guys received an offer about playing a game that's gone underneath a retitling at the middle of July? Have any that was highly anticipated, or have you guys not received that offer?
Retitling.
There was a game that's been very highly anticipated for over a year that people thought looked too good to be an actual gacha game that got retitled. Am I the only one? Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys this in DMs then. Hold up.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
fine.
DM.
Like
definitely.
I got an
Sorry,
email. I got an email. Well, I don't even know how I can say that. I got an email about a game that they're like, they're gonna release like trailers and stuff mid-July. Is that what you're talking about? There's like a bunch of stuff dropping like mid-July.
I'll put this in spoiler. Is this what you saw? Is this what you saw, MTash?
Interesting.
Where did you post it, sorry?
In the group chat.
in the
Yeah,
chat.
is that what you saw?
I didn't get that.
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
Okay.
For you, though, Tech.
Wait, these guys
No.
reached out to you?
Yeah, and they're actually using my React to their trailer as what they want other content creators to do. I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
Yeah.
I thought that shit wasn't coming out until early as 2025, but if we're already this, if we're getting that close to where we're sponsoring creators, could be a lot closer than we might think. I can't say what game I'm talking about, chat, but you guys can infer it. But yeah.
That's great.
Right.
Yeah, I'm very, very, very excited because right now on the horizon we have Zenless Zone Zero, and maybe Project Mugen will be releasing soon. Who knows? And then Azure Pamelia as well.
I
But
can't believe that game you showed. Why are they retitling it? I actually like the title.
I also love that title.
Yeah, I think it's got a nice ring to it. That's
I think
crazy.
Do you know
they're
what
new
they're
ti-
retitling
Yes,
it
I do, and I think it's fucking lame as shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I know why.
I'm gonna type it. I don't like the new title, man. I'm just be real. I think it's so bad.
I did get that. I did get that.
What
You did get that?
Tag.
Yeah, but I didn't know what it
get that.
was.
I did get that.
Oh, well, that's what that is.
I had
That's the
what
stupidest
fuck,
name ever.
bro?
I know.
They changed it to that.
Yep. Uh huh.
I
Yeah.
love
didn't
it.
get that. I got that offer in last week.
Wait, that's the same game?
That's the same game. Yeah.
I can't believe they changed it to that shit.
Yeah.
I declined it because I was like, I don't know what this shit is.
Oh, dude, no, dude, I'll be real. Right now, sponsors for all creators are insane. We're in the golden age of sponsors. I'm not sure if you guys realize this, but like,
Yeah.
I'm getting triple what I normally get offered right now. It's fucking incredible. So, I mean,
I haven't gotten an offer in months. No, I'm just kidding.
Same.
Yeah, I gotta reach out to my guy. Like, hey, let me get back on that.
Dude, I have
you
so many
blew my
fucking ridiculous-
mind because I looked at that game and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yep.
Like this
Yep.
title alone, I was like, "Bro, what?"
But when
Yeah.
you Google it, like nothing comes up.
Yep.
Literally nothing.
Yeah, so we're going to see why they did that, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, I want to get back on track here because I know we're running short on time here. So Wuthering Waves 1.0, regardless of what everybody said, I had a great time. Because for me, the thing that I was very shocked about is I really didn't give a fuck about the combat of Wuthering Waves at all. I really don't care. It's fun when I do it, but for me, I really love the exploration aspect. It's a lot of fun. And I feel like the movement is so enjoyable. It really brought me back to just how I felt in Genshin Impact when I would just walk around Inazuma and bounce from rooftop to rooftop with my E ability on my Kazuha. I love being able to walk around and just explore and feel good, and the running up the walls and shit, and the grappling hook, and the cool combos you can do with Jingxi, which has elevated my experience of play. And then also the triple jump tech that I got to explore with Calcharo was fucking awesome. But I thought 1.0 for me was a solid 8 out of 10. Obviously, you got to understand my experience is going to be better than other people's experience due to the fact that I had no issues whatsoever. Besides, I had some memory leak for one stream in the main city, and that's it. So Wuthering Waves 1.0 for me was fucking great. 1.1, I'm enjoying it just as much as I enjoyed the original patch, which makes me very excited. I think the story was good. I still think it was a fucking yap fest. Like, good God, bro. I don't know why every gacha game tells stories like this, but it's like, just like, holy shit, there's so much yapping. It's nuts. Thankfully, they do the yapping at least better than Genshin for me, because the camera angles are a little bit more dynamic, the expressions are a little bit more dynamic, and Cheng Li's boobs, holy fuck, those were insane.
I carried the story hard.
I mean, good God, she was so fucking fine. It's ridiculous. I feel like she's one of the hottest characters ever made in Gacha. I love her so much. That might be recency bias talking, but I really don't think it is. That being said, Kafka is still my number one.
What about Black Swan?
Oh man, she's down the list. She's down.
Really?
Yeah,
Dang.
Kafka, Yelan, number 1 and 2. Chang Li's up there right now. Even Sparkle. I think Sparkle's hot as fuck. I love the way she does her makeup. Super fucking fine. But it makes me feel weird because she doesn't have massive fucking boobs. That always freaks me out whenever I'm like, oh, this character doesn't have big boobs. Is it an adult? I don't fucking know. But I think Sparkle's hot as fuck regardless. Really weird. I hate the anime trope. That's why I feel safe with characters that have big titties. The exploration was very good. The story was yap fest. The cutscene at the end was fucking nuts. And that shit went on for ages. Like, good God. Like, the dragon coming out, the fucking fight, the actual fight with Jingxi versus Jue was just awesome. Really good, really strong storytelling. And the lore drop at the end was fucking insane. Blew my fucking mind. The environments look incredible. The new echoes are very fun to use. I am going to be collecting every chest and bell because I actually do enjoy doing that. Overall for 1.1, I think it's very great. I think they captured the magic of 1.0 once again. However, there's a big however. It's going to be instead of a 5-week update cycle, it's going to be a 7-week update cycle, which I think is going to be fucking catastrophic for keeping content creators interested long term.
Yep.
Now, the way that MTash said that he's going to be playing gacha games going forward is how I've been playing gacha games for 3 years. I get my account up to date, and then I don't fucking touch it until a new update comes out. And I think that's how you're supposed to play. I don't think you're supposed to be grinding it every fucking day. I'm excited to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually 7 different gacha games to bounce around from this point in time until the end of the year, because there's a lot of fucking good games coming out, and I enjoy that in my life. I enjoy having variety. I don't need to play a game all the fucking time. That's why I play League of Legends. I play one game of League, then I get the fuck out of there. That being said, the new Swarm mode is fantastic. If you guys haven't tried that, it's probably one of the best updates League has ever made. It's Vampire Survivors, but it's co-op inside League of Legends. It's fucking nuts.
That's
really
sick.
good. Yeah, it's so good.
I I think one of the an interesting talking point nobody's brought up, and this is coming from someone who's a normie.
Yeah.
I think content creators are a little bit jaded with how they perceive games when it comes to the amount of time that they have to spend into them. Because here's the thing: we play these games for 4, 5, 6 hours a day, right? The average person isn't playing these games for 4, 5, 6 hours a day. They're playing the game an hour or two here and there, maybe, you know. So I think we have a little bit of a different perspective than like 90% of the other audience that plays these games.
To add on to
I'm-
that, they're
I'm
also not
so-
clearing the content as fast either. So double
Exactly,
down on
exactly.
how long
Yeah.
they're playing the game.
Yeah. Where's it, Test?
Oh, just yeah, exactly. Most of my complaints are from a place of like, I know I'm playing it like an MMO. I know it's my fault. Like I don't, and that's why I say like it's a good game. It's a me issue. Like it's 100% a me issue.
Yeah.
And so
But I feel like people are holding you to a very aggressive degree because it's like, dude, if your taste buds tell you don't like hot dogs, you're not gonna shit on somebody for not liking hot dogs. It's just like that's just
Right.
that's just how you are programmed. That's how you're wired. And I think a lot of your complaints are very valid for the way that you're playing. I mean, but I do think you'll be much happier playing the way that I play, which is I play the game when there is things that are exciting to do. The moment even if there's new content that I don't want to do, I don't do anything I don't want to fucking do. Absolutely not. And then I just, react to just random bullshit. It's a great fucking time. It's very sustainable too, but yeah. I think
feel like I should almost just be like a reviewer, like play a game for a month, be like, here's my thoughts, and then move on and just.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking for you, actually. Like, legit. Like, you should do like first impressions because you like doing that kind of stuff, and I like listening to that stuff. So I think you'd be really good at that because then you get variety with it too.
Right.
Yeah, like Techie, I think that's a good idea, but like when I guess you build your entire channel around like this one game, like you're kind of like expected to stream it. And streaming anything else is kind of like, pretty big viewer fall off, especially I feel like in gacha games where
Okay, so here's what I want
yeah.
you to think about. Okay, so this is the big thing that content creators really freak the fuck out about. Okay, I have covered well over 20 gacha games on my channel from start to finish. There's horizontal growth and then there's vertical growth, right? So horizontal and then vertical. Okay, vertical will be whatever your main game is. Okay, you need to separate these two fucking things. Okay, because I separated this shit from my mindset years ago. Okay, you don't want to think, oh, I get 2,000 viewers playing Honkai Star Rail, and then I only get 1,500 viewers playing Elden Ring, right? You got to think, oh, fuck, I got 1,500 viewers for Elden Ring, and then the next time I streamed Elden Ring, I got 1,400 viewers. I played Honkai Star Rail got 2,000 viewers, and the next time I got 2.2. You need to have these as separate quantities because the more that you grow vertically is great for your one game, but horizontal growth is so fucking important for the longevity of the content creator. Because if you don't grow horizontally, the moment your vertical starts to shrink, you got nowhere to go, right? You have nowhere to fucking go because the ceiling is going to close. It will over time, abso-fucking-lutely. And also your enjoyment of that game is also going to shrink, abso-fucking-lutely. So if you don't spread yourself out, then you will have nowhere to go once the ceiling falls down. And rather than have this ceiling go down to here, maybe your other ceiling that you built up is now up here, and it gives you more routes to go. And it's just a lot more sustainable as a content creator. I know a lot of content creators say, oh, yeah, well, I don't make as much money playing these other games. Okay, you're thinking short term. You have to think long term. I don't want to do this for 1 year. I want to do this for 30 fucking years. So
Goddamn right, brother.
Yeah.
It's
We need to
perception
talk about this more
versus
in
perspective,
depth because I need that.
Yeah,
Well, it's
absolutely.
perception versus perspective. Like Tectone said, if you're playing your main game for and you get 2,000 viewers watching, and then you play Elden Ring and you get 1,000 viewers watching you, what's your perception versus perspective going to be? Is it going to be, oh, I lost 1,000 viewers, or is it going to be, damn, 1,000 people still watching me and I'm not playing this game? That's pretty fucking cool, What's your perspective going to be on that? Because I know me, I get ecstatic when I was playing Elden Ring. I didn't tell my YouTube channel, I didn't tell Twitter, I didn't tell Twitch. I just fucking went live and 400 people showed up, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking awesome. You know what I mean? So it's
They're there
like
for you, not the
positivity,
game.
man. How much people are garnering as a foundation around your community when you play other games, and you just build off of that. And I think if there's anybody who's done a tremendous job in believing in themselves and taking that chance, it is this bald man down here, this good-looking bald man down there.
Good looking.
Why'd you put a question
I
mark?
agree with him.
Why'd you put a question mark?
No, nothing. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it.
But I do think your correlation between vertical and horizontal growth will determine how much of you are putting into your content to allow viewers to experience a deeper connection rather than just the game you're playing, but why they're watching you play that game. And the more you put yourself into the content, the more you make it about yourself, the more it'll be easier to transfer to other games. For example, like Braxophone. Okay, there's a very big difference. I'm going to 2 examples. Guoba and Brax. They do the exact same videos, but the way they do those same videos, you can tell who Brax is. I got no idea who the fuck WuWa is. He is, here are the numbers, here is the guide, go get them. Brax is, here's the guide, joke. Here's the guide, joke. Here's the guide, little story. And it's really nice. The more of those things you do, the more you can make those compelling, the better that your transferability to other games will be as a content creator. But yeah, understanding short-term lifespan and long-term lifespan is so fucking huge. But I would love to talk to any of you guys about that shit later.
I do want to say though, like in Tech, you came off as if you were like saying WuWa was inferior to Brax. I don't think there's an inferior there. I will say I do like Brax's dynamic better, but there are some people who are completely fine with doing WuWa and saying, you know, my relationship and who the fuck I am doesn't matter. I'm going to give you the information and I'm going to get these business deals with this company and get paid and go about my day. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that dynamic either.
Sure, I think there's something wrong. But I think there's something different.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, I feel like if I were WuWa listening to that, I would think, well, damn, I guess Brax is better than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just mean like WuWa will have a better job of informing everyone exactly what they want to know, and his vertical aspect will be a lot higher. Where I think his Brax will excel horizontally because he is laying the little breadcrumbs for, if you like this joke, where there's more of those wherever I go, because you can only make a Honkai Star Rail guide so many times, but Brax can make those jokes in every other video. To
be completely fair, Tech, I think you cooked that shit to perfection, to be honest. And if I were being objective, I do think Brax is doing it the better way. He's teaching his community there's more to offer outside of the information he presents. But I also feel like just some people just don't care to get that attached to it, and that's fine. Of course, like I feel like Vulcan the same way. Vulcan cannot be fucked with trying to like build a community.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah,
and I'm saying that's okay. I think that's completely fine. But yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, cool. Yo, Shinya, kept you here. Let's hear your thoughts on Wuthering Waves. Any perspectives you might not have thought that we brought up? And just go ahead and wrap up the Wuthering Waves section for us.
Yeah, so I mean, I agree with a lot of the points that were made. I think the 1.0 was like a 7, maybe a 7.5. Again, a lot of issues with the story, a lot of issues with the voice acting, which Kuro has obviously learned from their mistakes with 1.1. I think the voice acting specifically for English has gotten a lot better.
Absolutely.
The story is obviously much more amazing. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the camera during the story was absolutely phenomenal during 1.1. I don't know what the hell they did, but it was night and day with like the little jump cuts and the way that they zoomed out and zoomed in on characters and moved the camera around. It was very fluid and very dynamic. Can't believe they changed it that well. I feel like a lot of people that feel like it was either a yap fest or there wasn't anything important in the story, just weren't paying attention, or just really don't like games when it comes to story. That said, there was a few points during the story where there was probably a few paragraphs that could have been cut off, but I think overall, I think the yapping was fine. The gameplay was absolutely incredible with being able to play Jinshi and Changli. I think that was very smart of Kuro to do.
The little animation where each stage of her forte she's in, she changes appearance. Fucking awesome.
Absolutely insane. With the little blindfold she gets.
That blindfold makes me so weak, bro. It's so hot.
It's it gives hot. It gives 2B vibes, and I absolutely can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait for the future of Wuthering Waves. I think the game at its core is more complicated than we think, and I'm excited to see what the next few months has to store. The only thing I am a little worried about, the power creep. Jinshi is absolutely phenomenal. Pryden has her on the same tier as Jian, and I completely disagree. I think she's in a complete tier of her own, and I'm worried that we're seeing signs of power creep this early on in this like how big it is, right?
So I want to talk to you about that. Can you explain to me why you think Jinshi is power creep? Because I have a different perspective.
She just does absurd amounts of damage.
She does, but my perspective is the way she does that damage takes so fucking long, because she has to set it. And obviously, you said you can intro skill, right, to skip the first 4 hits, but the reliability of getting that full combo off, like, you have to play very well to get that whole combo off. And
she's still doing damage during her downtime, right? Before her burst. So it's not like
Yeah.
she's doing 0 damage. She's still doing a pretty decent and respectable amount of damage. But
Yeah.
and that's the thing. You watched a video on it earlier. What people are doing is like they're like cheesing it, right? They're like fighting other bosses, building up all of their buffs and stuff,
Yeah.
and then bringing them over to other bosses. And it's just things like that is really, I don't want to say it's ruining the integrity of the game, because at the end of the day, it's a single player game. Like, who fucking cares, right? But the amount of damage that she's just able to put out is disgusting. Even like you at E0, where she's just pumping out numbers, it's like I'm scared, man. I'm truly scared. I didn't think.
I don't think it's fair to other people to compare my gameplay to theirs, because I'm just like so much better, you know. And like they're just like if they were as good as me, they'd be doing the same thing. I want to make a reference that it took Mr. Pokey 1 hour to beat Crownless 5, and I beat that on my first try when Mr. Pokey has E6 R5 Yinlen. I just want to make sure everybody knows that is a real thing that happened. And then he said I ate food buff. Well, where's the food buff to get my characters to E6 R5? Very interesting. But
yeah, other than that 1.1, I gave an 8.5.
Yeah.
I think there's a few things they could have did better. I'm hoping they give us a couple of quality of life updates in the next few patches. Actually give us a reason to log in per day outside of our dailies. Just in people like in MTS situations, like give us reasons to want to play the game, not like we feel like we have to play the game. I think if they find a reason to do that, they'll set themselves apart from other gacha games, and they'll be in such a good situation.
I really hope they don't add leaderboards. That would freak me the fuck out.
Oh no, yeah, disgusting.
I honestly think it's one of those situations where it's like these games, if you go join it like 4 years from now, it's gonna be fucking incredible. Like if you join Genshin or HSR like a year or two in, there's so many things to do, and like you will just never ever get bored of it. And I wish I didn't have to cover it at launch. I wish I could jump in and it had like a year's worth of content, and I would never have these complaints. I feel like, because it's like they want to get these games out on the market, and honestly, I feel like if they had like 1.1 and 1.2 worth of content before they release, I wouldn't complain. I know people won't believe me and they'll be like, yeah, right, you'll still blow through it, but I do think that they make an MVP product that's get it on the market, make money as soon as humanly possible. And I don't know, it's like a shame, because I think that these games could have a lot more staying power, and I think that when you look at the numbers of HSR right now, Wuthering Waves like did pretty damn good, but it did half the revenue. Will it do it next month or the next month or the next month? Like, I don't know.
I think you also, if we get into any of that, though, you also got to take a look at how many people are playing the other games versus how many people are playing Wuthering Waves. That's a big factor, as well as PC. I still stand by it. I think PC and console is more of a Wuthering Waves tune versus mobile gaming. I don't think they're getting as much spending on mobile gaming than they're getting on PC. But yeah, go ahead. I didn't want to get into that tangent. Go ahead.
Well, especially considering half the people can't even play on mobile still, right?
Well, so it's actually not half, and I want to be careful of a hyperbolic statement. It's more about like 13%. But anyways, enough. We got tons of time to talk about this another time. We're running low on time, so I want to go to the next topic, the final topic. Very important to take all the time you want. I'm going to start with, I'm going to get probably Doro's second, so that way if you do have the dip, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, I just want to talk about, what are your guys' thoughts on Zenless Zone Zero? Are you excited for it? What are you expecting? How good do you think it will be? And yeah, just give me as much of your thoughts on Zenless Zone Zero as humanly possible. And we're going to start again with you, Box. How are you feeling about Zenless Zone Zero?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, I think ZZZ is, is sleeper as fuck. I mean, there's a reason why people always put like the sleep emote after, ZZZ. And well, this is just my personal opinion, but I think this biggest point, or the best thing about gacha games are definitely like characters, and like looking at their roster, bro, I feel like all of them just look like 4 stars. I feel like if I like lined them all up, bro, I cannot point the 5-star out. That's just me though. And I play gacha games to roll, and it's just none of those characters I really want to pull on. Same thing with the combat. I feel like it's hack and slash and cool, like, it can execute some combos sometimes, but I feel like after a while the gameplay loop is just gonna get like stale, and it won't have the spark that it once had. And to be honest, like, I know this might be a hot take, but why play Zenless when I feel like you could just get better combat off of Wuthering Waves? But I haven't really played the game yet, so I'm gonna give it a chance. And
okay,
yeah, and I will say that They're giving, well, how much polls was it? Like 180 polls at the start?
180 via event and in-game mail. I think there actually will be more polls than that. I think those are just the ones they're giving through events and mail. I could be wrong, but yeah, that's what I read off the graphic.
I think
Yeah.
that's including story as well. Is it not?
In the graphic, it said 100 polls and 80 boopons via mail and events. So I think there will be more.
Okay, all right. But yeah, like going back to that point, like I feel like why?
Oh yeah, so I got confirmation. It's 283 polls available from all facets of the game.
Holy shit.
Yes,
Oh,
if
yeah,
you 100% it, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like, why would I play Zenless Zone Zero when because there's like so many other gacha games that I feel like kind of look similar that are coming out. Like me personally, I'm more excited for like Project Mugen, Azure Familia, and there's probably more titles out there because a lot of gacha games follow this model of, I guess, like open-ish world hack and slash. But I'm just kind of like tired of this, I guess, genre now. And that's why I really like Honkai Star Rail, where it's like turn-based and it's not that complicated, I guess. So yeah, nothing in.
Yeah, does
Zenless, that's
your
really
brain
exciting.
hurt when you have to play a game where you have to press
Oh,
buttons?
fuck off, dude!
I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god.
Oh, okay.
I'm always so
Fuck off.
confused about that because it's like
Uh-huh.
why do you want to play a game less, right? Like, yeah, auto is cool and all for farming, but like
Mhm.
why is that a good thing, right? Like, oh, I can't wait to auto play the game and not pay attention to it, right?
That is true. I mean, I can't really explain it. It's just
shit.
I don't know. I just like it.
Yeah,
more.
I'll just be real, Box. I think you just hate your life, man. Like,
Oh, for sure. I fucking hate that shit, bro. Dude, my sponsorship, 5 sponsorships ghosted me, bro. I'm livid, man.
Well, you're probably doing something wrong, man.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm ghosting.
Wait,
them
so
too.
just curious, you get excited to play Honkai Star, but don't you play League of Legends?
Yes, I do.
So then,
So
why don't
really
you
hate
like?
your life.
Yeah, so why don't you? True. Why don't you like active play games?
I do like active play games.
Hmm.
League of Legends, I don't even like that much, to be honest. I would just play whenever
What do
someone
you
asks me to
like?
get on.
What do you like?
What do I like? Like games?
Yeah.
Shit, I mean, I just play anything, to be honest, man. I just play
doesn't
games
like
that I
games.
like. Yeah, I
Like
just
like
games.
Like
what?
games.
Like
What
what?
do you like?
Like what?
Like what,
Bro, why am I getting stumped at this question? Hold on. Why is
What
this hard?
games do you like?
Hey, I like fighting games and I like gacha games, and I think those correlate.
Which
very well.
ones?
You're really
Which
gonna like
ones?
ZZZ then.
I was gonna say ZZZ is literally that.
Yeah, I was told by a
What?
very renowned figure in the gacha space that fighting games and Zenless Zone Zero have a crazy crossover, and if you like those two, you will love Zenless Zone Zero. No, for real, what games do you like, Box? Say a game.
Honkai
Name
Star
a
Rail.
woman.
Name a woman. Okay, whatever. All right, Box. Okay, if you think of something, we'll come back to you. But yeah,
Got it,
Doro,
got it.
what are your overall thoughts on any aspect of Zenless Zone Zero?
All right. This might surprise some people in the gacha community. But I didn't give a shit about it at first. Like when it got announced, I was like, okay, that looks kind of cool. Yeah, whatever. And then I got into the beta and I played the beta and I enjoyed it. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool, but it's not open world. The combat after a while was just like easy, like hack and slash. It was very stylish. Characters were pretty cool, but story was just like very meh for me in the beginning during the beta. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a try when it comes out, but it's never going to be main game or anything like that. And then as time kind of like passed on, I was seeing more about it. I was watching Gacha Gamer's video about like the changes that they recently made, and there's a lot of great changes. I got more excited, and then I watched the live stream, and Loki, I got more hyped. I was like, you know what? This actually does look like a lot of fun. And I think people kind of forget it's like it's a video game. You're supposed to have fun with it. I still don't think it's gonna be like a main game. Like it's not gonna replace anything. It's gonna be a fun little side game that you can like log into, fight, play. And I was telling my chat about it. I was like, if this game has a good story and a fun grind to build my characters, because that's what I like to do in my gachas. I like to build my characters, min pick, whatever. But I like building my characters. I like the grind of it. So if it has that with the flashy combat, like I'll play it for sure. But yeah, I mean, I kind of disagree with like the whole like these characters look like 4 stars. Like I respect that, but like for me, I like the designs. They fit the world. Like there's a giant fucking bear, bro. Like he looks really cool. He's not I don't think he's an S.
I hate
but,
that
like,
bear. I hate that bear so fucking much.
Why?
Because 90% of the porn is that fucking bear, and it's
What
just
the
like
fuck?
it's just like
I don't
what
know.
the fuck? What is wrong with these people, man? They're so fucked up. It's so weird. It's
on
so
the
fucking-
gotcha, bro.
Yeah, like oh my god, it's so weird, chat. You've seen it, bro. It's so fun. Oh god, sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, I'm actually more excited for it now. Like
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna be playing it, trying it out. I don't know how long it'll keep my attention, but from what they were saying with like, then they say that they're gonna like eventually get rid of the TV aspect of it, and then like we've only seen like half of like the world. Like it's actually a lot bigger and then more places.
I have
then-
not seen anywhere saying that, but I can't confirm or deny that. Also, I would like to say real quick, I don't think any gacha game can be a main game. So that's just me. I think every gacha game is a
For
side
sure. Sure. I say that because as everyone knows, Genshin's my main game, right?
course,
I'm
yeah.
I'm going vertical. I need to go horizontal,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
a different whatever.
For sure.
But yeah, no, it looks more fun now. Like I'm actually excited for it. Not like super hyped for it, but I'm actually more excited for it.
Okay. Fuck yeah. All right. What about you, Smack?
I think from a business standpoint, HoYoverse is trying to capture an audience that they haven't already captured, which you guys have heard me speak on this. If you think about it, like covering the board, they have Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact who have already covered a substantial amount of the board. And so now they're trying something. I think they've taken the biggest risk with Zenless Zone Zero because they're trying to cover a piece of the board that the other two games might not be covering or probably aren't covering. So, you know, the urban and retro aesthetic, the hack and slash fighting game inspirations, it's something that by nature, intrinsically, it's just not going to be attractive to the people that are enjoying the other games. And I think that is by design. But so if I don't think it's going to be as big as Honkai Star Rail or Genshin Impact. And I think that is just the predicament it's in. It's that sun that is designed to be in that predicament. But if you look at HoYoverse as a business, they've still done their job, which is capture more of the board and create a more fruitful business that kind of expands upon itself.
Yeah, they're 1,000,000% doing that by creating a HoYoverse, and it's the same thing that's going to hold true when they make the Animal Crossing HoYoverse game as well.
You see what I'm saying? So I feel like they're going down all the avenues of genre. Excellent point. I forgot about that game. But for me personally, going back to what I said, I'm creating an ecosystem of games that are free fucking 99. I don't give a rat's ass about what the game's supposed to do or what it's designed to do. For me, it's a new gacha game that's in the spotlight to try. If it's great, good. If it's not, who gives a fuck? Like I don't like going in them with expectations because all it does is just make me get like let down about it, you know? I'm looking forward to it. Apparently, it's supposed to have some fighting game inspirations. I'm looking forward to that. But other than that, I don't have any expectations. I'm just looking forward to trying it out.
Okay. Yeah. Also, are you guys aware of the MMO leak for HoYoverse? Did you guys see that?
Oh,
or no?
fuck yeah. Dude, that's
Heard about
gonna
it,
be
yeah.
awesome, man.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
It's gonna be sick as fuck.
Yeah, I'm very nervous about that because there hasn't been a good MMO in 12 years. Well, I guess
Yeah, but
some people like Final Fantasy. For me, it was a fucking yap fest. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a
but
good
Hoyo
guy,
has
bro.
money. Yeah, Hoyo has money. I think they could do it. If anyone could do it, I think it's them because you know they got big bucks.
Any dick riders in chat? Box, are you good? Like, why are you guys in
God damn
Hoyo
it,
so
man.
hard?
You just
Like-
on my. Oh my god, bro. How about?
sorry. Yo, M-Dash, how you feel about Zenless Zone Zero?
I am excited to give it a try. It's again, every gacha game is super fun for the first month or two. And you know, if they did tone down some of the TV stuff, that's definitely going to be good because I will not make it. I will not make it through the game if there's too much of it. So I'm a little worried that I'm gonna tap out within the first few days. I honestly think something will snap in me if I'm not careful. So, like it's just like yeah. But overall, when I first started playing it, it was flashy and it was fun, but I could already feel like none of the enemies were any threat, and I didn't play long enough to get to an enemy that was any sort of threat. And so I just kind of need to commit for a day or two, fight a boss that hopefully will kill one of my characters, and then I'll be able to kind of gauge it. But I don't know. Why not? It's HoYoverse. They've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars coming in every year, and I'm sure they're going to make a pretty good product. And if it's not this one, then they're going to make more. And if they make an MMO, I'll be back for that one. But I think that this whole genre, I just want to keep trying all the different games until one of them hits right. And you know, I love it. But
Fun fact too, by the way, my agent sent me a title or headliner that said HoYoverse is the top 15 most lucrative private companies in the entirety of the world.
oh, probably, yeah. Well, they just made another what $150 million in 1 month.
Yeah.
Phew, that's wild.
And like the production costs, like you have to remember, like making the base game was like a pretty big cost, and these patches are definitely expensive. But like I don't know, they've got to have a lot of profit every single month. Like it every year. It's crazy.
Didn't they just open a nuclear reactor?
Isn't that big?
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
Nuclear drama?
They opened a nuclear reactor like a couple days ago or some shit.
Wait, really? I thought they were investing in that, not opening one.
Yeah, they're
Well,
investing in it. That's what I've read as well.
Fusion
They're also building their own in-house engine, taking all the blueprint ideas from Unity, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I think they already have that. Am I nuts? I swear to God, they already have the Genshin engine. Is that not a thing?
I believe it is unfinished. You're right, they have it. I think they haven't finished it yet, though.
Okay. Maybe my nuclear reacting will help them get that along the way. For me, for Zenless Zone Zero, I have seen so many people not give a fuck, and I love it because I give the biggest fuck. I cannot wait for Zenless Zone Zero, and I've been doing some analytic monitoring over everybody's burst period before their initial launch for Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, and Wuthering Waves. And as of current time of recording, which is July 1st, they have the biggest interest spike pre-release than any other gacha game that's ever come out in history, which I'm very excited about, by a margin of currently about 20 to 30%, which is insane. The marketing they've done so far doesn't hit for me. I think the marketing they've done is awful for anybody in their fucking 30s or late 20s. But for a younger audience, it is really going to capture them. They even had the Zoomer King himself, Ziox, in an ad. And they even hired some of my buddies, some of my VTuber buddies, to make rap songs for some of their upcoming characters. So I think they are really trying hard to get this game to spread through word of mouth as quickly as possible. But I'm very excited. And the reason why I was excited is because I know there's going to be nothing to do. I love that. Personally.
Wow, what the fuck?
Straight up, I don't care. I'm a casual gamer now, man. I play the games when they have content, and then I get the fuck out. Zenless Zone Zero seems like the lowest commitment game I've ever seen. I'm going to attempt to make a point where I'm going to hopefully beat all current content in less than 24 hours. And unless they time gate me, which they fucking might. But yeah, from CBT2 to live, they've made a ton of adjustments. And I think Zenless Zone Zero, I will just say, I think it has the best music of any gacha that's ever been released.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good, it's ridiculous. For their 1.0 version box, quit that fucking face. For the 1.0 base model, I think Zenless Zone Zero's music for me fucking hits. As well as, I think they also have the best animation for for the way their faces move, the way the models fucking jiggle, like it's so good. And Nicole's animation screen on the menu is just so fucking hot. It's unbelievable.
It gives me Studio Trigger vibes, the ones that make like Cyberpunk and stuff. Like, it's very like flashy and like bouncy. It's like really good.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be the most polished animation, and even the way they tell their story. I don't think the story is good, but I think the way they're going to tell the story is going to be very fun. I love the way how they have the comic panels going from boom, bam, bop, pow. Like, that shit is so fucking cool. It's going to make up for a lot of the visuals where Honkai Star Rail fell flat. For example, when Bronya was going to give her presidential speech, it showed one image of, here's a couple people in town square. There's the one photo. But Zenless Zone Zero has already showed, dynamic paneling, cinematic expression, the fucking facials going crazy. Yeah, I love it.
What's we're going crazy?
The facials are going nuts, man. I'm telling you, they're going nuts.
Wild.
That woke him up. He heard facials.
I am so fucking excited for Zenless Zone Zero. It's insane, and I do feel like once again to Box's point, he said people said that there's a reason why they type beds whenever somebody types ZZZ, but that's just because ZZZ means sleeping, right? I really don't think there's that much hatred towards this game. I think it's just a funny play on words with acronyms. Same thing when people type W for Wuthering Waves, just because it has two W's.
Like the other thing too is no one has been able to fucking play the game to prove it wrong. So there's no one has access to the game. No one's been playing it, and I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna do like a big monetary marketing push when you can actually play the game. They're going to wait and they're going to advertise a bunch on YouTube, because that's what they do. HSR launches and there's like an ad on every single video of Doro going, "There's 70 free pulls available in HXR."
The animations are really cool in this game.
Yep.
Right?
Download
But-
now.
I want to let
They
you guys
do
know.
do that.
Right
You
now,
you will be
that's gonna be
seeing
me.
you'll be seeing no ads from me. I've been informed that I am permanently blacklisted from all Hoyoverse games going forward. But that's okay because I don't do this shit for money. I do this shit for fun, and that's why I don't really care. Because I know the analytics are going to be down. Absolutely, I think the first 3 days to 1 week the analytics will be good, and then I think they're going to fall off tremendously. But I really just don't give a fuck. If the game's fun, the game's fun. I'm a little bit worried about it because Code broke the entire game within 48 hours of playing the closed beta test, and he found a way to never take damage in combat ever again by permanently remaining in ultimate abilities, and that's how he beat every boss. Is alt swap, alt swap, alt swap, alt swap, alt swap, and it was fucking nasty as shit. But I'm very excited. I think it will be fun. I think it'll look fresh, and I think it'll once again push other gacha games to strive to have better facials and better way to tell their story.
Budget, you're right. You're absolutely right. Their budget for animations is fucking insane.
It's insane.
They poured their heart and soul into that shit.
Yep, absolutely, because they didn't put it in making a world, and they fucking made TVs. So they're saving so much money on the exploration aspect. Just pour that shit into facials. I can't wait to Bukkake Nicole. It's gonna be nuts. Yeah, Shinya,
On
what do you
that
think?
note, I have to head out. I got a meeting. I gotta get to.
All right, bye, Doro. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Doro.
Bye,
Yeah,
chat. Bye,
Take care,
everyone.
man.
Bye.
Hey, brother.
Yo, Shinya,
Oh,
what do you think about Zenless?
Yeah. So yeah, real quick, I want to touch on something Gacha Smack said that I completely agree with. Is that Hoyo is going for the risk strategy. They're trying to take over the entire board, like he said. And the biggest thing about that is that if you're playing one of Hoyo's games, you are very likely to play another one of their games. So they're going to try to get into every single market that they can. ZZZ is going to have an absolutely explosive launch, but I think it's going to fall off very quickly.
Yeah.
People are mainly going to be playing the game for the characters and their character design. And maybe a little bit of the world. I think it's very interesting that this is like kind of like the first take on like sort of like a new world. It's very reminiscent of like Jet Set Radio, right? Where it's like very like very punky, very like, you know, tongue in cheek, not very serious, which I can't recall. Has that even ever been done in Gacha before? Like kind of like exploring these sort of tropes?
It's called like Tying Chi 76, but it's not out yet.
I heard that was just like a tech demo. I don't even know if that was a real thing.
Yeah, apparently there's a tech demo, and also apparently the game's never releasing. So
Yeah, probably.
Oh, really?
But,
What the fuck?
yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be absolutely explosive, and I'm gonna say something that I think a lot of people are failing to realize. Do you guys know what carried Overwatch past 6-7 months?
Yeah, porn,
Yes,
right?
sir. The Rule 34 community is going to carry ZZZ past month 1. 1,000,000%.
I don't like hearing that shit with all these motherfucking lollies they have in the game, bro.
there's so
Yeah,
many.
you know,
There's
you
so
know,
many.
Holy
Shit,
fuck,
man.
man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
disgusting, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's an unfortunate circumstance. It is what it is. But
Yeah, you're just shooting it straight. I get it.
yeah, it will. That's 100%. There's a reason Overwatch remained relevant for so long, despite the same 10 characters for the longest time, the same 3-4 maps. There's a reason why, and it is the Rule 34 art, the Rule 34 community, the artists. It's going to carry ZZZ, but yeah, it's going to be nuts. I think people are downplaying how good of a launch it's going to be in regards to players, not necessarily how good the game is going to be, but it's going to be, you play the game for, again, like any other gacha game, you play it for the first week, you slowly lose interest in it, and then you just stop playing it altogether. But I think it's going to be very hard for them to sort of like revive it after that initial burst period.
I think
Yeah.
Tectone said it best though in his video he made recently. I don't know if it was recent or the day before, but he was just talking about how fucking fickle and fake the community is. Like you said, they're doom posting and doing all this. These motherfuckers live and die by the hype of a game, bro. As soon as that bitch releases, all these motherfuckers gonna be watching it or playing it. It's like it's so cringe when I see this shit happen every time.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
been this
Shinya, bro.
way-
Oh.
been this way for a long time.
What a box.
Oh yeah. I just want to ask you, do you really think that the Rule 34 community is gonna carry like Zenless? Because
Yes.
really?
The relevancy,
You too?
the relevancy it will. Not
No, I don't
necessarily
know,
like
man.
the game, but the relevancy and like keeping it like up to date and like fresh in people's minds.
Really, I don't know. I feel like like in my mind, I'm like comparing it to I guess like Wuthering Waves, where I feel like in Wuthering Waves, let's say like Chang Li for example, bro. I feel like she just clears every single character in Zenless, and I don't know about Rule 34 carrying, at least their Rule 34 carrying their game, like even like the slightest
Well,
bit.
I'll give you
Yeah.
one big hint on why it will. and the furry community. No, the furry
Oh my
community.
god.
was
There's
gonna say
one
that.
furry in the game though. Like, do you think they'll add more?
Sure.
Than
There's two. What do you mean
Yes.
there's two?
Not just the furries. They got a shark girl. Like they got
Yep.
weird ass shit like that them people love, man. It's
People
wild.
love. People love that shit, man.
Yeah, but for full
Oh,
furries,
it's-
they have the wolf and they have the bear.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, with the muzzle. The wolf
yeah,
with
and,
the muzzle.
yeah. And you did
Yep.
say how much people were, I guess, looting the bear, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You go on the Rule 34.
I think I'm good.
website, and It's
Yep.
it's like like you said, it's like 90% the bear, but
90%?
it's
Holy
pretty
shit.
big. I don't want to. Never mind. I don't want to get into it.
Yeah. But all in all, I am very excited for Zone Zero, and I think that wraps up for both topics that we need to talk about. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to bring up at all? Then fucking awesome, boys. This was great. Very easy 1 hour gotcha cast. I appreciate the fuck out of y'all. We had Doro, Box, Smack, Shinya, MTash here. A lot of varying opinions. I really enjoyed this, especially MTash. Thank you for just fucking going off. That was awesome. Really enjoyed bringing a different perspective. And, you know, all opinions are welcome here. Really appreciate you guys taking the time to do this shit. Hopefully I see you guys for July 4th for the release of Zone Zero. And we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all around.
Love the 1 hour
Thanks, all.
podcast, Tech. Great.
Yep.
Yes,
You
sir.
do this shit, I'm down all the time. These are short and
Yep.
sweet.
Fuck yeah. All right, cool.
Take care, guys.
All right, peace.
Take care, all.
Peace, boys.
Chat. Love you.
Easy dub. Great guys. Make sure to go support all the creators who were there for that. Very fun, very easy. I appreciate all those fucking guys. And I'll see y'all motherfuckers the next one.